Coach Rob here. Congratulations on completing your preseason plyometric assessment. What I wanted to do is take a few minutes and just describe how to interpret the data that you now have. You'll notice that as you went through each exercise, let's say it was push-ups, for example, you were trying to see how many repetitions of push-ups you could do on the endo board in 30 seconds. You gave yourself 30 seconds rest, you did that again 2 more times. You'll notice that on your spreadsheet at the bottom there it says sum total. What that spreadsheet is doing for you is as you plug in your number of repetitions, it's giving you a grand total of how many reps you're able to complete over those 3 sets. Okay? The next number that's underneath there is called total deviation. And what I wanted to do was just explain that a little bit. If on the first set you did 25 push-ups, and then the next set you did 20 push-ups, and then on the third set you did 15 push-ups, what we're doing there is we're trying to subtract your biggest number from, or excuse me, your smallest number from your biggest number. That's how big your deviation is. Okay? So when you look at your spreadsheet, you'll notice 2 numbers. One is total, one is deviation. Okay, so what does that information really mean for you? Alright, first thing we want to look at is your goal, especially on the exercises that have 3 sets, push-ups, pull-ups, etc. The bigger the number, okay, which will be denoted on your sum total, the bigger the number, the greater your muscular endurance is. And think about it, if you're able to put out a tremendous amount of numbers back to back to back, that tells me you've got great muscular endurance. When you look at the second number, which is the deviation, okay, if you're able to put out a big number on your first set and then you're just cratered on your second set, what I want you to think about is what you're lacking there is the ability to generate force and power. Okay? Force, power inside the muscle, muscular strength, is about being able to generate X amount of power repetitiously. That's why we look at them over the course of 3 sets. The third variable we look at is lactate tolerance. Okay? If you're not able to put out a good amount of repetitions, even on the first set, then we know your lactate tolerance is lacking. How do we know that? Hence the word plyometric. Plyometric by definition is generating the greatest amount of power in the shortest period of time. As I warned you on each one of the exercises, they're going to take you through a high level of discomfort very quickly. Okay? When you take that out to the motocross track, you'll notice that when you're doing a lot of high-speed sprint work, the generation of lactic acid is pretty much what shuts the body down. Okay? When you back that up with, if you don't have the muscular strength to be able to do it lap after lap, that's why one lap you have great speed, the next lap you fall off the pace. That's the lack of muscular power. Then all of a sudden you're able to do it you're able to maintain a good pace for 2 or 3 laps, but you're not able to do it for a 6, 8, or a 10 lap race, or maybe be able to go 30 minutes at the pro level. So what we want you to realize is on these exercises, in a very short period of time, you can determine where your strengths and your weaknesses are at as a motorcycle racer. Okay? In regards to how to improve that, we're going to have a series of tools that are available for you that will help you determine how to isolate and then be able to identify the specific muscles. And then we're going to give you the actual exercises to improve your muscular endurance, your lactate tolerance, and be able to generate more force. Okay? If you have any questions outside of what we just discussed right now, please feel free to email me. My email address is rob, R-O-B-B, the number 3, @earthlink.net. Thanks for taking the time to do this series of testing, and we'll see you on the other side.